hi to one of these how to publish your RPG. I think I want to start this series again because I was inspired last week when I was at Dragon Meet on the first weekend of December. If you haven't been there, I really wholeheartedly recommend it. It's a great show to be in. It's only one day in London, in the very center, so it's fantastic. Anyway, this year I decided to go for mega tiny indie little publishers and see what they're up to, what they're publishing, and I found at last a game that I was really looking forward to having for a very long time, but I couldn't get in Spain. Colostal. So anyway, I saw these beautiful books. Let me try to change the lights a little bit like that. Oh, that's better. Anyway, I changed a few words with the author who was there. Absolutely delightful and very, very nice. And they had the book and the deck of cards and an expansion and then another expansion. And I said, gimme, 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 how much? Because I wanted to have it very badly. And he asked me where I was from because, accent. And when I said that I'm from Spain, he said, "Oh, if you wait a little bit, you could end up with a game in Spanish." And I thought, why would I want to rely on a translation? I'd rather not. Thank you, but who's publishing the book? So anyway, he told me, and I don't want to give any names on this channel because that's not kind of the point. The point is not about that publisher; it's about a warning when you want to publish a game in a different country. That publisher in particular was cancelled by well, social media, as it usually happens, because it transpired that he was paying really poorly to their translators and their staff in general. Things like paying 1 cent a word for translating work, which is like really bad. And we are not talking about a very tiny, well, yes, a very tiny company, but not with tiny money. This is the kind of company that was making 25, 30,000 euros in the crowdfunding, which for a country like Spain and role playing games, trust me, that is a shit ton of money. So he was paying very badly. He was cancelled for that. And later on, he came out to literally say, from now on, I'm going to do whatever I want. Screw you all people. And I'm going to make games for the true role players who truly like games, which are the games I truly like. That level. Okay. I swear I'm not exaggerating. That level. So he suffered a second cancellation because it is bad enough that you don't pay your staff because but if you actually happen to be a wanker, that kind of is the icing on the cake that nobody wants. So I explained all of these things to these authors, and they said, "Oh, that when did that happen?" I said, "Well, it happened a few months ago." I said, "Oh, that kind of coincides with when this person ceased communication with us, and we haven't heard from them in months." So he was asking for no further things, and I said, "Whoa, whoa, 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 stop, stop." Firstly, is there in the contract any publishing date? No, mistake. There is an expiration date, but usually expiration dates tend to be between 3 and 5 years, depending on what we think the lifespan of the game is going to be on the shelves. This is how long people are going to be interested, or how long it's going to take me to sell my print run when I publish. That's how I used to calculate it when I was publishing books in Spain. But they didn't have any of that. So that means that if this person goes silent but doesn't go bust, Colostal could be locked in for however long this contract has been signed for. By the time that ends, maybe no one else will be interested in Colostal. To make matters worse, this man, when he said about, oh, only people, games for the true gamers, he also said, I'm going to do very short print runs and they're going to be one-offs and that will be the end of it. And that also means that the revenue that these authors could get is going to be potentially greatly diminished. And if they didn't get an advance, which they should have, and I didn't ask that question, I don't know, then even worse. And I bet my right hand, and I need that hand to use the mouse, among other things, to actually, that they don't know that either. So I'm begging you. I have already spoken in this channel and on the talk about contracts. But what you include in that contract is incredibly important. And this is one of the things that you must include, that when you are going to be published, how long is it going to take for that book to see the light of day? Anything between 1 year and 2 years, depending on the length of your book, is compulsory. You must please, please, please do that. Because if they don't, then you have some grounds to say that book is mine and somebody else is interested. Because why should you miss out on somebody else's mistakes, on somebody else's lifespan, or simply on somebody else's policy of locking licenses so no one else can have it, because that way they can have the success for themselves? It just shouldn't happen. So I am begging you, if you are ever in any country, I talk about Spain because this is my country, this is where I am, and this is where I have first-hand information. But whether it is in Germany, in France, in Italy, in wherever it is, especially if it is in a different language, please, 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 a publishing deadline is always a must. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you want to know anything at all. In future videos, I'm going to be talking about layout, and I'm going to be talking about translation work, and I'm going to be talking about what rights you have and what rights you don't, what to include in contracts, and so on and so forth. But please let me know if you have any questions, because I would love to answer them for you. Okay? Thank you, and I'll talk to you very soon.